The chamber trembled as the shadows pressed tighter against the stone walls. The candles sputtered, their flames nearly devoured by the darkness. Leora's pulse raced as the glow of her mark brightened, casting light into the dim room. Seraphine stood tall, her eyes sharp. "Stay close. These are not simple shades. They hunger for your spark." Finn raised his glowing blade, the edge shimmering like molten silver. "Good thing they'll have to get through me first." From the swirling shadows, two figures emerged, cloaked in darkness like living storms. Their voices hissed in unison. "Spark-bearer, you cannot hide, you cannot resist. You belong to the void." A chill ran down Leora's spine, but she steadied her breath. She remembered Seraphine's words. "Do not resist. Guide it." The shadows lunged. Finn struck first, his blade cutting through the dark mass. The creature recoiled, splitting into tendrils of smoke before reforming with a low growl. Leora thrust her glowing palm forward. A wave of golden blue light burst outward, colliding with the second figure. The creature shrieked, its form unraveling for a moment before pulling itself together again. Seraphine raised her staff, ancient runes igniting along its length. "Focus your intent," she called to Leora. "Do not just strike. Command it." Leora's heart thundered. She clenched her glowing hand, forcing the light into a solid form. Another sphere of energy formed, brighter than before, humming with power. She hurled it at the nearest shadow. The impact rippled like thunder, sending cracks of light across the stone floor. The shadow stumbled, its form weakening, but it did not fall. The other lunged toward Leora. Finn darted in front of her, his blade intercepting the strike, sparks of light clashing with tendrils of darkness. "Go, Leora!" he shouted. "Do something, anything!" Fear clawed at her chest, but anger burned hotter. "I won't let you take me," she cried. The mark on her palm flared like fire, brighter than ever before. For a heartbeat, everything stilled. Then the light exploded. A shockwave surged from her hand, a flood of golden blue energy crashing outward. The shadows screamed as their forms unraveled, dissolving into the air like ash scattered by the wind. The chamber fell silent. Leora collapsed to her knees, her breath ragged, the mark still glowing faintly. I didn't mean to. It just happened." Seraphine stepped closer, her expression unreadable. "It was raw, but effective. Your spark saved you." She crouched beside Leora, her tone softening. "But such power, uncontrolled, will consume you in time. Today, you survived. Tomorrow, you must learn." Finn slid his blade back into its sheath, his grin returning, though his eyes betrayed relief. "Not bad for your first real fight." "Remind me never to stand on the wrong side of that hand." Leora managed a small smile, though exhaustion weighed heavy. I felt like it wasn't just me. Like the spark itself wanted to fight back." Seraphine's gaze grew distant. "The spark has will of its own, and its will may not always align with yours. Remember that, child." The three of them sat in the quiet chamber, the air still heavy with the echoes of the battle. The shadows were gone, but Leora could feel it in her bones. This was only the beginning. Far beyond the walls of the ancient gate, unseen by them, a greater darkness stirred. And somewhere in the distance, a figure cloaked in black whispered to the wind, "She has awakened." The true hunt had begun.